camera is kind of the eye of God, observing me in my backyard here, scrutinizing over every sound, every motion, judging, weighing, comparing, categorizing, labeling my every nuance of speech in my cultural, ethnic, tribal, national, whatever label that I have on me. Today I'm labeling myself as peak whale, dinosaur, fossil, energy man, living in my backyard as much as I can, when I can. The idea being that using my land for growing food, using the space and the water that I have available for producing sustenance for myself, capturing the sunlight, converting it into electricity, growing fruit, trying to manage it, you know. I mean, I'm going to move those barrels there. Probably going to move this here, make a screen for it for the mosquitoes. And I got some of these new panels. I've been some coconut coir that I just unpacked, and I added the water to it, and it's pretty good consistency. I guess if you grow orchids or specialty plants, use it a lot, but I use it for vegetables. I use it for my container gardening. There she goes. She's had these seizures. She starts scratching and she can run around. That's the fleas. You know, I've been using this diatomaceous, food grade diatomaceous powder on my pets just for the fleas, keep the fleas out. I'm repositioning my rain barrels, and then I have this over here that I'm gonna try to put bricks. I'm gonna get bricks. I'm gonna get cinder blocks and put them around, then flatten it out and cover them with those nice stones, those pavers over there. And I got, what else do I have? He's been doing, actually the gardening's been doing really well this year. It's been really easy going with the gardening. I haven't had too much problems. I've had, you know, usual, gotta keep everything watered all the time. And this year I'm doing a little bit different with the red wigglers. I waited, and then I'm gonna feed them. I haven't fed them in a while, but I've been just watering them, and I'm harvesting the castings out. Make sure they get water in there. There's a lot of, yeah, and these gotta be, I gotta have I'm gonna make a junction terminal for those, this one and the two up there. And then I put these other ones on there. These other two panels there. I'm gonna set my barrels over here, probably next to this one or along here. And what else I was gonna do? Well, I got these other two panels I bought, which they're in okay shape. The junction boxes are a little busted, but it's doable. It's work. I can work around the little flaws. Well, these were made in 2001 in July. There's a serial number on there with a date on it, and then I have to set these up. I'm going to use these two charge regulators. I'm going to have each one on a regulator. Hopefully it won't go over 100 watts, because they're used, and if they go over 100 watts they'll burn these out, which they've been working out pretty good. Those are the ones I showed you on the roof, are that one and that one. The one that's not mounted is on this one here. There's that one over there. The ponds are running off right now. I gotta fix that. Other people, a guy left a comment about, he bought one of these, and I guess he has it on a boat, or he's got it near the ocean, or he's got it more exposed to the elements, but he's had problems with the circuits degrading or getting moisture in there, or something, salt water or something. I don't know. Sounds like he's near salt water if you got corrosion problems. This has been inside, and it's not had any moisture on it, so I've had pretty good results with that. I'm happy with it. I have an analog amp meter that's in line on the negative side that shows me when you know, it's right now the sun. It's interesting that the sun, when it comes out, that goes up as it's bleeding off power for the batteries. And this has been good too. I've had good results with that. And the sun comes out and it goes behind a cloud, and the needle goes up and down. Right now I'm getting almost 40 amps, and this was buzzing actually, and the bolts on the amp, see that thing there? That's your junction. That's your jumper for your amp meter. And what you do is you put that in your negative line, and then jump the negative across to this, and it gives you a reading of the amps that are pushing through the wire. What I did is I used a battery cable. I think I got that at Walmart, and I got it to one side, and then I got some scrap wire from the place I work at and put it on the other side there. So as you can see, it'll let, you know, and these would get hot, but I haven't noticed them very hot. So they're doing okay for the regulators for those Kyocera for these panels. So I have 3 of these. I got 4 of them mounted. I got 3 of them mounted, and then one's on the ground, and then one is tied to this here. So it's up there on that little roof right there on that one. But I got to get rid of this mess. This is too much of a rat's nest here. So what I did is I got one of these. What was that thing? Oh, here it is. This is kind of expensive. I got one of these, but the problem with this is these don't fit on it. I'm kind of pissed off about it. I was thinking I could use these terminal ends. I'm terrible at preparing for my videos. I'm really sorry. But what I've been doing is I was planning on using these terminals, and I had some small ones, and they don't fit on there. So what I got to do is put bare wire on here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this up here like this. Put that up there. I'm going to put it up in the outside and get rid of this. And I'll put this inside. Kind of like what I have with that one there. This one's a little better actually. It's pretty easy. Just stick the wire, shove the wires in there, and then crimp them down with the screws. And it's insulated, so this little Hummer it's like 10 bucks for this. Made in USA, of course. This one here, Young. And then this is why I got this voltmeter. My mom gave me this because my dad used to have one that was an analog one. It was really big, and it was a dial. It had a big. It was like this, only measured volts. And you plugged it into the AC for your power. But I got this. It's pretty useful. I've been checking the voltages of my panels. And then these are the mounts. So this is what I do. A lot of you are probably laughing, but this is what I do to make the mounts for the corners of the solar panels. So it'll go on the roof. We'll mount on the roof like that, and I'll I use these roofing nails. I use these nails or these screws to screw it down. What I'll do is I'll take this angle and I'll bend it on the corner. Like, I'll bend it, and then I drill this hole out bigger, and then I use a 1/4-20. I use these 1/4-20 screws for mounting, for screwing it to the corners of the panel, like there. And I got four of these, and then it just goes right on the roof. So it's cheap. It's the cheapest mounting that I think you can't mount solar panels on your roof any cheaper. Plus, you got to have some air gap between your panels and your roof. I think if you just try to lay your panels on the roof, that would be the worst thing to do. You could probably start a fire if you do that. If it doesn't get air around it, it'll hot, which is another issue with heat. Especially when this was torquing on I had it going with the air conditioner on for like 4 hours in the morning and early afternoon, and it got hot in here. This thing was kicking on. I was getting like 65 amps on this, which is pretty good. So that's what I'm up to. And I never did do this. This was supposed to automatically turn this on and off, but I have it on this timer here. And a friend of mine, engineer at work, he said he thought I'd have a volt. If it dropped to a voltage, it would automatically come on with this, which is they don't have. It doesn't have that on there. But it would be nice if it automatically would come on like it, you know, 12.5 volts. If this thing kicked on automatically and kicked off at 14 point whatever 14.2 or 14.1 to not overcharge the batteries, because you got to have regulators with your batteries. Anybody that says you don't, unless you're right there with a voltmeter watching your voltage on your battery with a switch to turn it on or turn it off and disconnect it, that would be the only way you could want to put a solar panel on your battery without a regulator, to do it manually, which, you know, if you're going to have it on all the time. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to do the, you know, make my rainwater system a little better. And I got that pond, I gotta put that in there, and then I have to find wire, which I'm using, you know, appliance wire, using this. It's cheap wire, which is on, I don't know what this was on. It might have been on a, you know, I notice a lot of this has cloth in it. Like, you can't, they don't want you to reuse it. So anyhow, that's what I've been up to here in my backyard solar water gardening project. Having good results with my gardening. Have a nice summer. See you around. Bye.